Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I think that's exactly what the CBO report says. Let me go back just quickly to a question that Senator Alexander asked you, because I'm not sure about the answer. The President's executive order, which I applaud, do you plan to exempt the construction industry from it?
Senator, the President's executive order provides discretion to the Secretary of Labor to enact regulations that will guide decision-making in whether
Mr. Secretary, I got that part. You're going to issue regulations. Are those regulations going to exempt the construction industry?
Senator, under the Administrative Procedures Act, I need to issue regulations. I would then need to apply those regulations to a particular fact pattern. I will say this. The President is looking to expand apprenticeships across all industries. The President is looking to expand apprenticeships both in breadth and scale.
Mr. Secretary, I understand all that, and I appreciate it. I'm really not trying to be rude, but we're given 5 minutes. If you don't want to answer the question, just tell me.
Senator, I am trying to answer the question, and my point is that the President's executive order, to the extent something is working, does not want to disturb it. To the extent something is not working, is looking to expand it, and that will have to be determined.
I get it. Let's move on. When you became Secretary, did you find waste in your budget?
Senator, there are certainly ways of reducing and saving money within any agency, yes.
Well, you cut $2.6 billion out, right? Your budget, am I right on that?
Senator, the budget request does seek a reduction of $2.6 billion.
Do you support all of those cuts?
Senator, I acknowledge that we as a government need to reduce spending, and so I do think it's important that we reduce the spending, yes.
I do too. I agree with you on that. What is the, we're spending $434 million on the Senior Community Service Employment Program. Could you briefly tell me what that does?
Senator, there are a number of programs within the Training and Employment Services budget, and over time, different areas have developed programs of their own. One of the things that we're looking to do is to streamline the different programs so that
What's
they can
that
be
program
combined.
do, Mr. Secretary?
So the Senior Community Services Employment Program, is to some extent as many as 1/3 of participants.
Well, let me put it this way. Does it exist to transition seniors into unsubsidized employment?
Yes, it does, Senator.
Okay. That was easy. Why do we need to spend $434 million to do that?
Well, Senator, as I was saying, there are a number of programs that have developed over time focused on different groups within our country, and those programs are all important. But we can merge them, streamline them, and make them part of larger programs. And so one of the things that the budget looks to do is to streamline. There are well over 40 different job training programs within the administration, and merging those would be a cost-saving measure.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. I'm on your side, Mr. Secretary. You've been around here a long time, a lot longer than I have, but I've driven over a good portion of Washington. I can't find the money tree. Maybe it's in a warehouse somewhere. I mean, the topic du jour is health care, which is extraordinarily important for our country. Nobody would deny that. But the question is not should we add more people or less people. The question is how many people can we afford to ensure with the amount of taxpayer money that we have. And I appreciate your approach, and I appreciate the President's approach, because that's what's being lost in all this debate. We're borrowing $1 million a minute to run this place. $1.4 billion a day. And I listen to people say, add this, add that, like we were spending West Virginia ditch water instead of taxpayer money. So I find your approach refreshing. I thank you for it. I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just trying to get within my 5 minutes. And well, thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Senator.